quest to become better and to improve and to get to a level or to a point where we're able to say that we reached what we wanted to reach. And it's doable, but to make it happen, there's a lot of work that needs to be put into what we want to achieve. And that quantity of work is so much more than we can imagine that most people fail to even get close because they underestimate the amount of work that they need to put into the work before it actually gets to the level of success that they want. Like for most things and big goals, you need to be able to put in 3 years of hard work before anything happens. You need to be able to put in the equivalent of a university diploma amount of years to get to that level of success. You need to be able to put 3, 4 years into whatever you want to do to have that success. And that's not something that you can evade or run from. And the sooner you're able to get into your mind that you will have to put that amount of work without seeing any type of change or success, or not change or success, but any type of proof or signs of things changing before that time, you won't be able to get there because you will be looking for signs or things that will show you that improvements are happening when the improvements will only happen after the 3 years period. It will only happen after you've put in the work for so long that it finally becomes what it's supposed to become. But before that, you will it's like a baby, but instead of seeing the 9 months period where you see the baby grow in the belly, you don't see any type of growth at all. All you see is that one day the baby comes out, and that's what you need to be able to expect. You need to be able to do 9 months without seeing any type of success or sign of improvement and still keep going before you stop, before you get to the point you need to get. And that's undeniable. You're not able to have the baby or signs while you're working hard. You will only get to where you want to get if you're able to work without seeing any signs. And that's a hard part in and of itself. If you want success, you need to be able to bleed for it so much that you'd be disgusted at the amount of energy that you'd have to put into it before it has some type of success. You need to be able to work for so long without seeing nothing in return before you get to the point where you finally are successful. And I wish that everybody would be able to get it and get how hard it is to get there, because the sooner you get it, the sooner you're able to put your head down and focus on one thing. And one of the things that needs to be said is that it has to be one focused effort. It can't be you trying multiple things at one time and hoping that one of them is going to work. No, 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 no. It's putting hard work and effort into one specific thing for a long period of time without seeing any results for a long period of time, and having the patience to keep going until it works. It's if you're wasting 2, 3 years of your time in one project, no, 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 not 2, 3 years. If you're wasting 4, 5, 6 months of your time in one project, and then you hop to another project, and you hop to another project, then you try music, and then now you try to do business and other things of that nature, but you never stick to one thing, you will never have success. You need to be able to be patient and focus on one thing at a time only focus on one thing at a time, because sadly success only comes from obsession about one thing, obsession about working and putting work into one specific thing and not many things at the same time. So if you're obsessed or focused on too many things at the same time, it's like you're wasting the energy that is supposed to be exchanged for the success to happen. You need to put your energy into one specific thing. And that's a lot to ask, but that's what's needed for the success to happen. Times we wish for many things and then we never can even see how long or how much work we would have to put into those things for it to come to fruition. And I feel like that capacity to not being able to see what or the amount of effort that needs to be put into it is what is preventing a lot of us to make it happen. A lot of us to give up earlier than what it's supposed to be done. See, because there's nothing worse than giving up earlier than when you're supposed to. Giving up earlier than when you're finally doing when you're there's nothing worse than giving up earlier than when your time is supposed to be. You need to be able to put in work for a long time, and it will have to happen if you want the success to happen. I wish that you understand that and that you put it into practice. Success is like a relationship with God. It's something where you don't see anything, don't feel anything, but you keep going because you feel like it's the right thing to do anyways. And that's what working for success is. God wants you to have success, I think, but He knows that there's a specific recipe to that success, And if you don't apply that specific recipe, you will never get it. And that specific recipe is years of work without seeing any results. Is years of focus, energy, discipline, consistency, determination without seeing any results. And then at some point, it's finally the time for the gates to open and you finally get all the blessings that you're supposed to get. But before that, you're never gonna have the success if you never apply the recipe. And the recipe is simple. It's simple and you can't really change it at all. Some people have it sooner than others, but that doesn't change what the recipe is actually. It's hard work, quality, consistency, and a capacity to withstand difficulty for a long time without being worried about if it's meant to be or not. A better question would be why do we have to go through all of those things? Why do we have to do so many years of struggling before we have any type of success? That's the real question that we should be asking ourselves, because there's many potential uses for that thing to happen, but it sure feels like it's useless and very hard for no reason while you're in it. And the main reason why I think it's to help you understand that the value of the thing you work for, and to know that you will never stop working once you get there. Because if you were able to keep working while nothing was happening, I feel like once success is there, why would you stop working, and why would you stop taking care of the things that you've been one thing for so long? So I think we should keep in mind that it's all a big lesson and that there's nothing we can do except try to absorb the lesson as well as possible. It's not easy, but it's meant to be, and it's meant for your success, and it's meant to make you grow and to differentiate you from those that gave up and from those that weren't able to do the things that they said they wanted to do the things that they knew that were the destiny or their call in life. It was to do those things. And for those people that are able, for us, I will call it us, for those of us who will be able to keep going even when they see nothing in return, we will be like the elect, kinda, those that did the best of what they could and have earned the success that they have. Because we must not forget that the whole goal is to earn your success, is to earn it. And you know what's funny is that most people that have went through the hardships forget that they've earned it. They forget that they've put in work even when nobody else was putting in the work. And they almost feel like the blessings are too big for the work that they've put in. And so that's a bit like what heaven is like. You work hard for something and then you get there and then you're not even sure you were ever worthy of the thing that you get. It's almost like a additional motivation to know that you will get your success, and when you get that success you will not even be able to understand or grasp why you're worthy of that. So it will be so good that you will feel ungrateful. No, not feeling ungrateful. You feel as if you're unworthy of that blessing. Feeling unworthy of that blessing is a normal part of the human experience, but it's also a great thing to know that it will be so good that you will feel unworthy. It will be so good, so out of what you could have expected, that you will feel unworthy. So your blessings, the blessings that are waiting for you, or the success that are waiting for you, are so much bigger than you can imagine, that you will feel as if you were never meant to ever have them, even through all the hard work that you would have put in throughout the time. And the biggest task that you have to do as somebody that's working to become successful is to detach yourself from your emotions as much as possible, because they will keep telling you that you're doing something for no reason, or that there's no purpose to what you're doing, or that clearly there's no result, so it must mean that you're not actually doing the right thing, or going the right direction, because of the lack of result that you're seeing. So being detached and being detached from your feelings and doing the things that you're supposed to even when you don't feel like doing them is one of the key components that will help you actually get to where you're supposed to get. And if you don't have that discipline to make that happen, you will never see what you want to see. I don't think there's any special feelings to being successful, or not working at being successful. I don't think there's a particular feeling of you're better, or it feels as if you're doing the right thing. At times, it might feel like you're just going on about your day, but just doing the things that you're supposed to. There won't be any feeling that lets you know that this is what you're supposed to be doing. At times, it will just be you doing routine. Most of the time, it will just be you doing routine. So if you're looking for a feeling of confirmation, or like something that will let you know that you're doing the right thing while you're working to that project or to that goal that you're trying to achieve. I feel like it's a trap that you're setting yourself up in, and that will never lead you to success, because you will always feel as if you're not feeling what you're supposed to feel. You're not feeling the worthiness or the fact that you're putting in the work. You just feels like every other day. Feels like you're not doing anything special. And that's okay. I feel like that's just how it's supposed to be. And looking for something else is almost setting yourself up for failure. The key to the success that you're looking for is you being a robot, you having no emotions and just doing the things that you're supposed to at the right time for as long as possible, while improving the quality of what you're doing. If you do those things, I think there's guaranteed fact that you will have success. Not a maybe, not a if it's a good day or not. No, for a fact you will have success at some point. You just have to keep going, improve your quality, do it while being efficient, and at some point you will have your success. You just have to keep working as hard as possible and to never give up. I would recommend making like a calendar of things that you want to do. For example, on this channel, I will be posting every day or every other day, but on general, on average, every day you will see a video of me talking to the camera or doing something else, just being there. And that's a goal to start off. It's not going to be some thing that you won't be able to see. You will see me do what I'm talking about. And what's most interesting is that I've never had the success that I'm talking about or trying to get. I'm just applying the recipe that I think and know will work, and I will be a proof of that happening, of the potential success happening actually. I will be a proof that if you put the work in and do the things that you're supposed to, even if you're at the lowest and I've never seen success before, it will happen. Compared to the videos of people that have already made it before, that are trying to tell us how it's gonna work, and it's like, yeah, you already been through it, so you might have the confirmation bias of thinking that it's gonna work when it's not actually gonna work. So it's a I will be a testimony, and you will be able to stick with me in this journey to actually see what the path to success look like. You will see me every day, and from that every day you will be able to tell that I will be at some point one of the big person on this platform, or just have enough success to provide for myself, because that's the main goal with doing this YouTube stuff. I just want to be able to provide for myself and not have to have a 9 to 5 and to just work on my own rhythm. So if I get to that point, I'm okay. If I get bigger than this, even better. But I'm not looking for the world while working on this YouTube thing. So we will see, and I will try to be as consistent and as worthy as I can. And hopefully, even more might be awaiting me. But for now, the most I can do is actually just keep working. So anyways, that will be all for me today. And hopefully, you like the video. Share it, comment if you have anything useful and relevant to say about this video, or anything in general that you would like to say. Let me know stuff. Let me know what I could improve, and or what I should have said or not said, or comment on something that I said. So thank you for watching. Watch again, subscribe, and I will see you in the next video.